day 2 of our bass bashing adventure. Zac's got a new spear gun to shoot some big bass.
It's a roller which if I had the other day I would have got more bass. Don't know if you know, I've not mentioned it.
So yeah, I'm going to give it a go. It's overcast and rainy and not very nice.
And hungover.
And a little bit hungover, but we'll get by.
Wet the whistle.
Yeah, wet the whistle. We do need to shoot some fish though for tonight's dinner. Again, I'd like to thank Amy for this trick. Always shampoo and condition your hair before you go in the water.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at that line, mate.
Oh yeah. There you go, mate. That's what you fucking want. Oh. And then my hair will come out lovely. So if you're a long haired diver, like me, and it comes out in one big dreadlock. As we hit the water, me and Amy decide to stick right in at the shallows as soon as we're off the beach into the kelpie weeds and finding little bits of stringweed. Now the viz isn't that great, however it's still good enough to find the spider crabs, which are pretty much touching the surface sometimes. There's some big ones there as well. I ended up seeing a bass and unfortunately I was looking one direction and my gun was the other direction. It's kind of schoolboy error in this sort of hunting. If you look with your gun, you're there ready to pull the trigger. You know, the bass will only withstand maybe a couple seconds of you staring right at him before he's like, screw this, I'm out of here. So unfortunately, I didn't get a shot at him. Now, I didn't get a shot at him, but Zac was further up in the kelp bed and I get up to him and he has a big grin on his face, yet again, another big slab of bass. And I can't help thinking that this could have been the one that I just spooked. He's up ahead of me and it looks to be the exact same size that I seen. So you never know, I maybe herded it towards him. Nevertheless, it was a pretty cool fish. He didn't just shoot a big bass. He shot it on his new inverted roller. And yes, he told us, we're never going to hear the end of this, are we?
That's why I tell you people, this is what happened not by this gun. And what happened? Bass happened. Bass happened.
Now, with Zac standing in the shallows, holding his bass in the air and celebrating and going on and on about his new gun and the big slab of bass, I decided to go and do some diving with Dean. Now, Dean's been diving a long time, so there's no better person to go and get some tips off. Just watch and learn how he does it. I'm sure he's been shooting bass a lot longer than me. Unfortunately, we didn't see any bass, but it was good diving and you could pick up on little things if you just watch each other when you're diving. What did we see though? Obviously a spider crab. Now me and Dane were just following this cliff edge along and diving the weed edge below it. You never know, there could be mullet cruising up here. We're just going for an explore really. And then I'm not really paying attention. I'm looking in all the kelp for bass and I turn around to my left and there's a massive male seal just staring right at me.
Holy shit.
Now this big guy was following us about a fair bit and it was good fun. I love videoing him and it's quite cool getting close to something this big. I see a lot of these in Shetland, so I'm not really afraid or too surprised about it. But we did work out what he was probably doing and we soon seen a female just sitting up on the rocks, so we maybe think that he was guarding his territory. Fish front looking pretty poor. We didn't bump into anything else. The only fish fell to Zac and his new inverted roller, which thankfully we might hear the end of. I don't think so. We headed in, and again, I think the late nights and the long weeks diving has maybe got to our heads.
Can't really get to the kids. I can shout and then I can turn it up and edit. Need 60 here. Need 60 here. Right? Need 60 here, don't we? Oh yeah! Pump it, boy!
Yeah. So that's pretty much the last day diving done. Zac ended up getting a really nice bass. Thankfully, we can maybe stop hearing about this new gun, which
I am not a crook. I am not a crook.
the only reason you got this is with that roll inverted.
Well, this is what I was saying the day before, guys, right? If I'd have had that roller previously, you'd have seen some proper slabs. And now I've got it. What do you see?
the proof is in the pudding
See?
or in the bass. But no, well done. And again, this is really, really shallow, and you have to be so switched on the whole time. You can't take a break. It's like deer stalking, but in the kelp.
Yeah, it's a complete different way of hunting. So, like, little tip for what it's worth, my bass hunting technique for this time of year, these shallow waters, I don't even kick. I just hold the kelp with one hand. You'll see in some of my videos, sure, Josh will ping them. You'll hold the kelp and you just pull yourself along dead slow, even eye movements like this. Your eyes move first, your head follows.
Low and slow, and make
Low
sure
and
your gun
slow.
is where you're looking, because you can be looking over there and the bass can be over there, and I've done that twice this trip. But still, it's been amazing, and
Great.
I look
It
forward
really
to more
has
trips to
been
come.
great. Yeah, boy.
Yo!